Hello everyone, welcome back. In our previous video, we have created one simple list reporting app and we have utilized the concept of variant management where we were able to create one custom variant and we were able to save the data whatever we want using that variant. So let us just preview the application whatever we have created. So I'm just clicking on preview. Okay, you have to select this entity set and association one. So this is the application we have built on our previous video where we have saved one variant which is custom. So that's why you were able to get the data automatically even you don't click on this go button and selecting the columns from here. But now I wanted to do something more here, which is like I wanted to keep the fields in order. Like these are currently in alphabetical order, but I wanted to rearrange the fields. I want some type of selection fields here. Based on that, if I search, the filtration should happen. And if you just click on this one, there should be some details happening. Like if you want to go on detailed view for any entry, it should have the capability to click on this one and it should have all the details displayed in some other page inside. So all this functionality I wanted to add in this one. So let us try adding one by one. But before that, for selection ones, if you click on this adapt filters and just select two fields and click on OK, these two things will come here. And if I just enter one name, it will filter the data. So departure airport SFO, based on that it has filtered out the data. But these things I'm getting now when I'm clicking on the adapt filters. But I want these things on like on the go. I don't want to click on these adapt filters and make that available. So let us optimize the app with all the features. So before that, I wanted to just cover some of the theory concepts which is required before going into the practical session. So let's jump into the PPT and discuss about the theory concepts. So here we have to design our user interface. Like how you will design the user interface means by using the UI annotations. So by using the simple annotations, you will be able to design your screen more better by adding the fields in the correct order and by creating the object page, and you will be able to see the detailed view of our items when you click a particular record. So all these things we are going to do in our today's video. So UI annotations we will be using in our CDS to configure the look of the user interface for our Fury app. So this CDS offers the option of universal setup for the presentation and also for the order of items in the CDS layer. So you can define the presentation more better of your Fury app, and you can make the items in the order whatever you want. For example, if you want to keep the field which is departure airport at the start, you can keep that. Similarly, whatever we use it to keep in our ALV, like in ALV we can mark the position of the columns you want to display in the order. The same way you can do it here also. So for making that more user interface specific, you will be using the metadata extensions to separate the code from your actual CDS view code. Generally, we will be creating a separate metadata extensions. In that metadata extensions, you will be giving all the UI annotations in that, so that your code will be separated from your UI annotations. But since we are just dealing with the list report app, as of now we are doing the things in our normal CDS view only. We are not going to create any metadata extension. But whenever we are going with the full pledged app, we will be creating a separate metadata extension. So here we will be dealing with the three type of things, which is list items, list report header, object page. So what is list item means? So whatever the things we are just visualizing in our Fairy app, those are all the list items. So based on our UI annotations, you can make the presentation more better, and you can keep the order of your data as whatever you want. And when coming to the list report header, just at the starting of this video we have seen, like we have clicked on adapt filters and you were able to get some fields at the header, which is nothing but list report header. Same as usual in our selection screens, you were able to give some data and you can filter the data whatever that is coming. That is your list report header. And coming to object page, this is something specific. Like if you click on particular record, it should show you the detailed information of those particular record in the different page. So that is the object page. So for a single list, you will be getting the detailed information by clicking on the item in the list report. And there is a concept called facet. So what is this facet means? A facet will group the related fields together lo- for creating the object page. A facet is a type of section in the object page. So it can contain your field group references or diagrams, pie charts, or it will show some information. All these things we can do using the facet. There are different types of facets. We will be discussing this facet in clear whenever we are going with the full-fledged app. So this is the theory I just wanted to cover when going before to the practical session. Now we are into our CDS view. So the first thing I just wanted to add here is we wanted to make that user interface more presentable. So for that we have to make use of the UI annotations. So I'm adding one UI annotation here which is related to the header info. I wanted to add the header info for that particular app we are building. At the rate of UI dot header info. This is the one. I will just do shift enter. So here you are getting many things, where you have the type name plural, type image URL, and title you have, and description you have. All these things you have, but as of now you don't need all of these things. So I will just comment. remove these things. I only want type name and type name plural. So type name I am giving it as connection because this is related to the connection app. And type name plural means, so this is the plural word you have to give for the type name. If it is a type name, your type name is connection, your type name plural will be connections. That is the plural of your type name. Let us save this one and activate. So we have activated our CDS view, and we have added this annotation which is header info. So why you need to add this annotation means, this annotation is an entity annotation. That means it concerns the whole entity rather than a specific element. That's why we are adding this at a top, not at the element level. And this annotation will add the name for your particular list report. Let us see our list report now. Let us refresh this one. Now, if you observe, since there are multiple entries, type name plural it has considered, which we have given it as connections, and it has written out the number of entries also. Here we have 20 entries, and 20 got appeared here. So, by using the annotation, you got your name for your list report and the number of entries also added here. So that is the use of this annotation UI header info, where you will give the type name and the type name plural. Now coming to the next annotation, I wanted to arrange these fields in a order. Now these are in the alphabetical order, but I don't want these things in the alphabetical order. I wanted to give the things in the order whatever I want. So for that you have to use some of the annotation where you will be giving the order of your fields. So let us try to give that. So the annotation, whatever you have to add for this is at the rate of uy dot line item. So if I just shift enter, again you have lot of annotations here. But as of now, I just wanted to add the make the positions in the order. So I will just comment out all these things. I will just remove all these things. If you want to use this like for multiple purposes, you can just make it as array. I just want this position. I will give the position as 10. So we are making this carrier ID field in 10th position. I will just add this annotation for all the other fields also. I want all these fields to be displayed. I don't want to add it for the distance unit. I will just add it until distance. Here position for the first field I have made it as 10. Now I can make the position to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. It's not like you have to give the things in like multiples of 10. Just for the my case I'm giving, you can make it as 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like that also you can give, or you can add the decimal places also. Like 10, if you give the first number as 10, you 10.1 you can give, 10.2, like that also you can give. So whatever the order you wanted to give, you can give in that order. But how this annotation will take means, it will check the position number whatever you have given. So what is the first number you have given for your fields, that will be your first field in your list report. And based on the ascending order you have given, it will arrange the fields in that manner in your Fiery app. So that is the order it will take. And decimal places also available. The main advantage of this thing is, in your ALV, if you remember or recall, we use it to give one, two, three, like column positions like that. If you want to add a particular field in between, you have to rearrange the fields later from that field. Like you have to adjust the column position if you are inserting any field in between. But here you can easily insert, you can add that field at the end, and you can just if you want some other field in between after this departure time I want to add, then you can make that position as 51, so that it will display before your arrival time only. So that way it will help you a lot. By not adjusting the code, you can add the field easily in the middle, or wherever place you have to add, you can add it easily. So let us activate our CDS view. Now our CDS view is activated. Now let us go to this Fairy app and let us refresh this one, whether we are getting any change or not. So if you observe here, these things have changed because airline ID we have kept it as first position, which is the carrier ID, and second is your connection ID, and third is your airport from. All these things have changed. Before these were in the as like these things were in the ascending order or the alphabetical order these were following. But since we have changed the things here, it has changed the position of your fields. Departure, destination, flight number, this is the field which we are getting. But here we have made it as connection ID. And third one is the departure, which is airport from. And next is the destination, airport to. Here we have provided some alias names, but here we are getting some other names because These names, they are deriving from your derived annotations. We have discussed the concept of derived annotations whenever we are working with our CDS views in our ABAP and HANA playlist. So these are type of annotations where it will derive the name from your data element. These are called as derived annotations. So these names, whatever we have alias names, these are different, but these names are different. Why it is happening this is because of your data element. You can see that from here. Open with active annotations, you can just maximize this one. So you have your carrier ID here, and you have your data source, and this is the data element. And if you double click on this one, the name, it is coming it as airline ID. So here it is coming as airline ID. So that's how the elements, the names are deriving for your annotations. So based on the annotations, the values are, the text for your fields are taking. So for me, it seems to be confusing, because if you just understand the fields, then only you can understand, or else you, it will be difficult for the persons to understand, and it will take time. They will confuse, like here the names are different and here the names are different. So for that sake, I just wanted to make the names of these fields also different. Like I want these fields names to be present, not the ones which are taking from your data element. So for that also you have to add the annotation. In the same annotation, you can just put comma, and you have to add the label. Here I wanted to make it as carrier ID only. Carrier ID. So same way I wanted to add this label for all the fields. Label. Here I wanted to add the label as connection. I will just copy this one. So I will change the labels for each of the field now. Here I will make it as connection number, and this is airport from ID. I will make it as departure airport, and this one is airport to ID. I will make it as destination airport, and this field is departure time, and this is arrival time. And this one I will make it as distance only. I have saved this one. Let us try to activate. So this CDS view is activated. Now if you observe here, as of now these names are different. Distance you are getting as flight distance, and arrival time you are getting correct, but departure time, destination, airline id you are getting for this carrier id, and for the second one flight number you are getting here, you will get the connection number, departure airport, destination airport. So we have renamed some of the fields. So we have to see whether this label whatever we have provided is working or not. Let us refresh the application. Yes, our label is working fine. You got the name as carrier ID, connection number, and departure airport, destination airport, distance you are getting. All these things you are getting. And if you observe here, if I just click on this one, you got this icon. If I click on this one, you are getting something empty. Here you can make the fields available also, that is in your object page. This one we will be calling it as a object page, which is there inside your one line item or one record. So before that I just wanted to add some fields, however we make in your selection screen. Like I wanted to add some fields here, which is your list report header. This is called as list report header, and these are list line items, list line items, and this is the object header. This one it is called as object page, not object header, and this is list report header. So let us try to add some annotation here so that you will get the field at the top, like whatever we use it to do in our ALV. So for adding a field in your list report header, you have to use one annotation, which is UI selection field. So I wanted to add only two fields in my selection list, maybe airport from id and airport to id. I will choose at the rate of uy dot selection field. I will just do shift enter. Here also you are getting some of the annotations, so you can make the annotations whatever you want. So currently I don't need this qualifier, and exclude I don't want to use. Just position here I wanted to use, so that's why I will be using this position only. This is the only thing I wanted to use. Position I will make it as 10, so it will come at the first position. Maybe you will be confused, like here also we are considering 10, here also we are considering 10, but the annotations are different. So based on the annotation it will just compare the numbers. Here the annotation is different and here the annotation is different. Based on the annotation the purpose will be different. And from for this another field I will just copy this annotation. I will give the annotation for this airport to ID, and here I am giving it as 20. So these two fields should come on your report list report header. So our CDS is activated. Let us refresh the application. Now you are able to see the fields here, whatever you have added using the annotation UI selection field. So this selection field annotation will help you to add the fields on your list report header. So you can just filter the values. For example, I'm giving NRT and FRE. So based on that, filtration will happen and it will retrieve the data whatever it is matching. So this is the only record which is coming because I have filtered the data here. If you just remove this one and keeping NRT, these are the entries which are matching with your departure airport as NRT. So instead of going here with the adapt filters and selecting this one, you can make that available here. And if you observe here, if I am just keeping anything, adapt filter is automatically changing even we are not clicking on that one. By writing the code here, it is automatically reflecting here. So this way you can make your selection fields available in your list report header, and you can create a object page. If you just click on this one, all the fields should come here. Whatever the fields you want, that has to be there in your object page. That way also you can make your report available. So you have to create one facet and you have to give the fields whatever you want in your object page. That way you can make, if you just click on any record, it will just navigate to this object page and will make the fields available for you in that inside. So we will be discussing the topic in our next video. So in our today's video, we have named the fields in the art. We have named the fields like label. We have altered whatever the name we want. We have named the fields accordingly, and we have made the fields in the order whatever we want instead of making them available in the alphabetical order. And we have added these selection fields to your list report header. So by using the annotations, a single line of annotation made your report more presentable. If you observe, we are not writing lot of code here, just a simple annotation we have added. And we have added that header info also, so that your name also came up here. So the same way, by using the annotations, we will be adding the object page for your each record. So that we will be discussing in our next video. So I hope this video is clear to you. Please do like, share and subscribe to this channel for more useful content.